Hey friend, can we talk about something today that might sting just a little bit? Because I think there are a whole lot of women in real estate right now who are absolutely exhausted. Working all day, answering messages all night, constantly thinking about their business, busy from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed, and still not making the money you thought you'd be making by now. And the truth is, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't care. And honestly, it's not even because you need more time management tips. The real issue may actually be this. You've built a business that rewards motion instead of profitability. And today we're talking about the time management mistake that is quietly costing women in real estate money every single day. Because being busy and being profitable are not the same thing. So if you've ever ended the day thinking, I worked all day, what did I actually accomplish? This episode is for you. Is your mind constantly racing with endless to-dos, yet you still feel stuck? Are you feeling guilty when you unplug? Or are you exhausted from hustling nonstop? Hi, I'm Lesa, wife, mom, grandma, and business owner for over 3 decades. I know what it takes to build a business you love without burning out. If you're ready to trade overwhelm for clarity and create a business that honors your values and your life, you're in the right place. So take a deep breath, close those 12 browser tabs, and drop the hustle. It's time to become the balanced businesswoman. So, you're tired of feeling overwhelmed, stretched thin, and pulled in a million directions. But you keep telling yourself, I'll figure it out soon. Listen, friend, not in this season. You don't need more time to think about it. You need clarity now. That's exactly what my private business diagnostic conversation is designed to give you. No guessing, no Googling, no trying 10 different systems or planners. In one focused conversation, I help you get out of your head, cut through the noise, and clearly see what's actually driving the pressure in your business and what to do about it. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need a complicated strategy. You don't need to wait for things to magically slow down. You need experienced support, a calm outside perspective, and a personalized plan that works for how you run your business. And that's exactly what this conversation provides. If you're ready to feel grounded, clear, and back in control, faster than you thought possible, head to bit.ly/bb-diagnostic and book your business diagnostic conversation with me today. I'll also leave that link in the show notes for you. Let's make this easier. And now, let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back, my balanced business women friends. This is episode 4 of my 5-part money series. And today I want to start here. Most women in real estate do not actually have a time management problem. I think you've heard me say this many times before. And I know this might sound a little controversial because the industry loves to tell us that you just need better systems. You need a better planner. You need a tighter schedule. You need to wake up at 5 a.m. Perish the thought. You need a color-coded calendar. I do like a color-coded calendar, though. And listen, I love organization. I love structure. I love intentional planning. I teach balance and boundaries all the time. But you cannot organize your way out of a business model that is draining you. Whew, that part. Because what I see happening over and over again is this. Women are busy, but not focused. Active, but not strategic. Working, but not necessarily producing income. Ouch. And eventually, that creates burnout. Because when effort and income stop matching, resentment starts building. You start thinking, why am I working this hard and still stressed about money? And that's what I really want to unpack today. Now, let's be honest. Real estate culture rewards busy, right? People brag about how slammed, overbooked, always available, and running nonstop. They brag about this. Some people wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. And somewhere along the way, a lot of us women started believing if I slow down, my business will fall apart. So, you say yes to everything. Every call, every text, every showing, every coffee, every last-minute request, every client emergency. Meanwhile, you haven't eaten lunch, you haven't exercised, you haven't rested, you haven't seen your family. Your nervous system is fried, and your brain is overstimulated. And then you wonder why you feel exhausted all the time. Ladies, your business should support your life, not consume it. And one of the biggest money leaks I see is women spending time on things that look productive, but don't actually move revenue. Let's talk about those. Okay, this might hit a nerve, but y'all, I'm feeling a little feisty today. We need to talk about fake productivity. Fake productivity is when you feel busy, but you're avoiding the activities that actually create income. Examples? You're rearranging your CRM for the 15th time. You're spending 2 hours tweaking your Canva graphics. You're scrolling social media for work. And I'm putting for work in parentheses. You're constantly checking email, watching trainings all day, but never implementing. Let me repeat that one. You're watching trainings all day, but never implementing. Overhelping people for free, taking every networking call, but never making offers. Some women are spending 8 hours a day working in their business and maybe 45 minutes actually growing it. Ladies, that's the problem. Because revenue producing activities are usually simpler than people think. Lead generation, lead follow-up, conversations about real estate, invitations to work with you, relationship building, visibility, closing. That's where the money comes from. Not perfection, not overthinking, not constant tweaking. And I think this is especially important for women because many of us are conditioned to believe if I just work harder, eventually it'll pay off. But harder isn't always better. Strategic is better. Focused is better. Profitable is better. So, what's the actual time management mistake costing women money? Wait for it. It's that you manage your time without managing your energy, priorities, and profitability. I'll say that again. You manage your time without managing your energy, priorities, and profitability. I told y'all I was feeling a little feisty today. Because you can technically manage your time well and still spend all of your time on the wrong things. That's why some women are busy constantly, but income stays inconsistent. You're filling your days with low-value activity. And let me say something that may be unpopular. Not everything not everyone deserves immediate access to you. Every text does not need an instant response. Every client does not need 24/7 availability. Every opportunity is not your opportunity. Every fire is not your fire. You have to start protecting your focus because fractured focus destroys profitability. When your brain is constantly interrupted, you cannot think strategically. You stay reactive, and reactive businesses are exhausting. Let me tell you something that I had to learn myself. There was a season in my real estate business where I was always available. I thought being a good realtor meant constant access. Answer immediately, respond immediately, handle everything immediately. And on paper, I looked successful. But internally, I was exhausted. My brain never shut off. I was physically present with my family, sometimes, but mentally at work. And honestly, there came a point, and I will say I realized this fairly quickly, but there came a point where I realized I was missing pieces of my own life. That realization changed me because I started asking, what's the point of building a successful business if I'm too exhausted to enjoy life? That question matters. And I think a lot of women listening need to ask themselves that too. Now, let's shift into solutions because I never want you leaving these episodes discouraged. Profitability is not about doing more. It's about doing more of what matters. Here's what profitable women in real estate start prioritizing. Number 1, revenue producing activities first. Before social media, before Canva, before inbox cleanup. They focus on conversations about real estate, lead generation, lead follow-up, invitations to work with you, visibility, and nurturing relationships, because those activities create opportunities. Number 2, boundaries. Boundaries are profitable. I need somebody to really hear that today. Boundaries are profitable because when you stop overgiving, you stop leaking energy. And energy matters in sales. Burned out women do not sell powerfully. Exhausted women do not market consistently. Overwhelmed women struggle to make clear decisions. Boundaries protect your capacity. Number 3, simplicity. A lot of women are overcomplicating success. You do not need 14 platforms, constant reinvention, a new strategy every week. You need consistency. Simple scales. Complexity overwhelms. Number 4, intentional time management. Not just packed schedules, intentional schedules, meaning you decide what matters first instead of letting the day decide for you. Because if you don't own your calendar, other people will. Let's do a quick self-check. You may be busy, but not profitable if you work constantly, but avoid lead generation. You feel mentally exhausted daily. Your schedule is full, but revenue feels inconsistent. You're always reacting instead of leading. You struggle to unplug. You say yes too much. Your business depends on your constant availability. You spend more time maintaining than growing. You're overwhelmed, but not seeing the income match. And friend, this is fixable. But you have to become willing to change the way you operate. This is where the mindset piece comes in. And you all know that I love talking about mindset because it's so important. Many of you secretly believe if I slow down, I'll make less money. But what if the opposite is true? What if focus creates more money? What if peace creates better decisions? What if boundaries increase your capacity? What if rest helps you think more clearly? What if your business grows faster when you stop operating in survival mode? That's the shift. You do not need to earn exhaustion to deserve success. You are allowed to build a sustainable business. Okay, I want to leave you with something practical. Here's a simple reset strategy. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, what actually creates revenue in my business? Not what looks productive. What actually creates clients? Number 2, what drains your energy unnecessarily? What are your biggest leaks? Is it overavailability, people pleasing, constant interruptions, or lack of structure? Or maybe it's something else. Number 3, what needs a boundary? What needs automation? What needs simplification? What needs office hours? What needs delegation? What needs to stop entirely? Because sometimes the breakthrough isn't about adding more. Sometimes it's removing what's no longer serving you. Let me leave you with this. You do not need to prove your worth through exhaustion. You do not need to constantly hustle to be successful. And you definitely do not need to sacrifice your peace to build a profitable business. You can build a business that supports your life. You can create profitability without burnout. You can lead with intention instead of chaos. And honestly, you all know this is exactly the kind of work I love helping women do, especially women in real estate who are successful on paper, but exhausted in real life. Because I believe success should feel sustainable, not suffocating. If you'd like to go deeper with this work, I encourage you to schedule your complimentary business diagnostic conversation with me. You can do that by going to lesafrye.com/diagnostic. That's LESAFRYE.com/diagnostic. And if this episode helped you, I encourage you to share it with a friend, because I do believe more women in real estate need to hear what I said on today's episode. Thanks for joining me as always, and until next week, make it a great day on purpose. Hey ladies, I hope today's episode gave you something to think about and a little more breathing room as you move through your week. If it resonated, I'd love for you to share it with a friend, hit follow, and take a moment to leave a review. Your reviews mean the world to me, and they help more women find this podcast. For more support and connection, you're welcome to join my free Facebook community at bit.ly/thebalancedbusinesswoman, where we continue these conversations together. That link will be in my show notes. Until next week, take care of yourself. And remember, your business should fit your life, not the other way around.